Today, I wanted to talk about dog corrections, but first, I need my big dog in the room, Bruce Wayne. He's in bed right now. Yo, we got a video to shoot. Come on, let's go. Hey, it's video time. Oh, you want that side? You want to switch sides with me? Oh, your tongue legit went in my mouth, bro. I love you too. Yes, you're the best. We make a great team. Can you talk about when you corrected Britt? Oh, big dude. So I'm going to quickly pull up the video that Bruce Wayne and myself shot. Corso corrects American Bully. And if you missed that video, highly suggest you go back to it and check it out. It's great. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, ring my ding links if you're missing news videos on Corsos or Bruce Wayne. He's never impressed with that. Bruce Wayne, why is your red rocket out? Why is your red rocket out? Why is your red rocket always out? So Bruce Wayne has a lot of pack experience. We've been taking our Corso to daycare every single week just about since he was 4 months old. Now I just want to read a couple comments off of that video, which is what prompted me to do this video. The majority of the comments are about how well controlled Bruce Wayne was with this correction. So I just kind of want to set the stage a little bit and discuss dog on dog correction. You like looking at yourself, don't you, bro? So a couple comments here. Eva Rogers says, love how Bruce's correction was quickly understood and accepted. Some dogs are so blissfully ignorant that they continue to irritate. Not surprising, some dogs just don't get it. Some people are pretty obnoxious too. Once again, Bruce Wayne is a star. As always, bro, you are a superstar. Stephen Wetcher said, as someone with an annoying bully breed, Bruce handled it as perfectly as any dog could. I mean, geez, is there a better trained dog on YouTube? He is amazing. You guys did great with him. He also comes from solid DNA and has a lot of confidence. You sure do, bro, have a lot of confidence. Lou Castley 20 says, I love the immediate correction, how quickly things got back to normal. Samantha Lamboy says, don't think that's a good friend for him. Energy is different, so don't subject him to it. Big hugs to Bruce. Well, unfortunately, your dog has to be able to tolerate all types of energy. If he doesn't like the dog or not, the dog needs to be able to tolerate it. Just like you and I, Samantha, don't like everyone, we have to be able to tolerate them. So it's actually good for me to have him around a dog that may be irritating to him. Your wiener's still out, bro. It's been out for like 10 minutes now. Asef Zik said, didn't like the video. It seemed not respectful for the pit bull. He just wanted a piece of the action. He was clearly outplayed by Bruce and moreover got corrected for it. Bruce told him 3 times not to jump on me. The American Bully that Bruce is playing with, Brick, does not have a lot of socialization with other dogs. Where Bruce is at daycare every single week, hanging out with other dogs, understanding pack behavior, and Bruce does not like dogs up in his face. I can do this to Bruce. But if another dog goes up to and touches his face, Bruce does not like it. If you go back and watch any of the puppy videos with Norman, my sister-in-law's golden retriever, anytime Norman goes to Bruce's face, Bruce is pulling away, he doesn't like it. And Bruce does the same thing to Norman that he does to Brick. Bro, no, you put your arm down. Bruce doesn't like that kind of energy. Bruce doesn't want a dog that's up in his face, up in his shiznits all the time. And Bruce will let the dogs know if they're acting inappropriate for what he does not like. Oh, I'm sorry to bore you. Bruce Wayne and Brick are playing in the water. We're throwing a stick to them. They're fetching it. They're bringing back. Bruce is not very possessive when it comes to other dogs and toys. For example, when Norman comes over here, Bruce will let Norman drink out of his water bowl. Bruce will let him play with his toys. Bruce doesn't care. What Bruce doesn't like is dogs getting up in his space. Brick's owner and myself understand how dogs work. The American Bully has a tendency to start jumping up on other dogs all the time. And because the dog isn't around other dogs to be corrected, it doesn't know better. So some people are thinking Bruce Wayne was too hard in his correction or the owner should have stepped in and not let that happen. And I highly disagree. So let's just break down really quick from an owner's perspective. Remember guys, I'm not a dog trainer. I'm not a dog behaviorist. I've just owned dogs my entire life and I love my dog and I spend a lot of time with him. So I basically know what Bruce Wayne's gonna do before he even does it. We were probably there about an hour by that point before the correction started. Bruce was getting annoyed because the American Bully was getting in his face. So what'd you do first, bro? Bruce Wayne was like, yo bro, back off. And he just gave him a little bit of a growl. That didn't work. So now Bruce Wayne hopped away, looked at the dog, and started barking in his face. Yo bro, back off me, because I ain't playing these games. The bully backed off for a second. But the second Bruce Wayne shook, took his eyes off the bully jumped on Bruce. Bruce Wayne is having none of that. Bruce Wayne's a G. He's like, no, you respect me. Bruce Wayne, full on, growl, mouth open, snapping at the dog. But remember, a snap is not necessarily a sign of aggression. That was a correction. Bruce Wayne was saying, get away from me. My Cane Corso could have easily reached that dog's face. My Cane Corso could have easily put that entire dog's head in his mouth. But he did it in a very controlled manner, a very stern manner. The American Bully totally understood that one. Now, do I think the American Bully wouldn't jump up on it again? The dog still doesn't know better. That was only one hard correction. But right after that correction, they went and started playing together.
And now we're back to normal. All right, let's go, guys.
I didn't freak out. Brick's owner didn't freak out because we understand how dogs interact with each other. They can only do so much communicating. They have their mouths and their paws, some growls and barks. So what may seem like to someone the dog's about to start fighting, that's not necessarily the case. The dog at that point didn't try jumping up on Bruce again. Bruce Wayne handled it fine. I was so happy to watch that interaction, and I think Brick's actually gonna start going to the daycare he goes to, which would be great for the American Bully because then they can start understanding how to behave around other dogs a little bit better. If you don't give your dog experience with something, they're not going to understand how to react. Just because your dog's a dog doesn't mean it's going to understand how to act around other dogs. If your parents had you and kept you in the basement the whole time, you never stepped out of the house, you wouldn't know how to be a normally social person in the real world. It's the same for dogs. So just remember that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of training courses down below. We have a puppy training course, a canine boot camp course, which that, guys, is life-changing if you're having a hard time training your dogs or you want to just have a Bruce Wayne of your own. Highly suggest going through that. Uses the same philosophies of what I use to train Bruce Wayne. We have a raw feeding course. That's why Bruce Wayne's always so shiny. Everyone's always like, yo, what kind of shampoo do you put on Bruce? He's so shiny. Well, it's not the shampoo, it's actually his raw diet. He's thriving, guys, on his raw diet. He absolutely loves it. I actually made some modifications to it recently. Maybe I'll share that in a video. Nothing that's pertinent to feeding your dog a raw diet, just some stuff he basically enjoys, adding a little bit of extra nutrients to his diet. Down below, I also have an ebook, guys, The Perfect Canine Companion, the non-dog trainer's guide to dog training. That's right, I'm not a dog trainer, but I list out my beliefs and philosophies of how I train Bruce Wayne, go through what I did with Bruce Wayne, training him. You're not gonna learn how to teach your dog to sit or stay or anything like that. It's all philosophy based. Oh, and then also some sick t-shirts. Look, you can get yourself, Bruce Wayne, they can get themselves a sick t-shirt. That is you. They should support you and get you a sick t-shirt. All jokes aside, guys, though, you guys mean the world to us. Thank you so much for all the support. More videos coming. And until next time, Bruce Wayne and myself, we'll see you later. Peace. Hey, bro. Now it's treat time. You stay. Stay. You did such a good job. I give you a treat now. Still have a bunch of treats from a bark box, which I'm gonna give Bruce Wayne right now. Here you go, bro. I'm gonna give him this duck stick. I'm gonna let him chew this outside because these treats make him drool everywhere. Let's go, bro.